service, and selection. Dealer for details. Celebrating 50 years as the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
WIFO-FM, Jessup.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Senators at President Trump's impeachment trial today asked more written questions of his defense team and the House Democrats prosecuting the case. Republicans Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski asking yesterday if the president connected the Bidens to corruption in Ukraine before Joe Biden announced he was running for president.
I can't point to something in the record that shows President Trump at an earlier time mentioning specifically something related to Joe or Hunter Biden.
Patrick Philbin on the president's defense team there. More cases of the deadly coronavirus in China.
China reporting 170 people killed and more than 7,700 infected. India and the Philippines are the latest countries to report cases on their soil. The World Health Organization is meeting today to consider declaring the outbreak a global emergency.
Fox's Simon Owen, there are 5 confirmed cases in the United States with more test results pending. America's listening to Fox News.
It's almost Valentine's Day, and it's the perfect time to get the Fox News fan in your life a gift they'll cherish forever. Fox News gear. Go to shop.foxnews.com and use code RADIO at checkout for free shipping on your first order. Fox News hats, t-shirts, mugs, jackets, travel mugs, and so much more. Go to shop.foxnews.com and use code RADIO at checkout for free shipping on your first order. That's shop.foxnews.com, and be sure to use code RADIO at checkout for free shipping on your first order. Happy Valentine's Day from all of us at Fox News Channel. Subscribe and listen to the latest from Fox News podcasts. It's the Impeachment Witch Hunt with Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. A must listen to get the full legal view of the current impeachment. Greg lays out the historical context and what is on the line legally. All the facts, all in one place.
Due process does apply to congressional investigations.
Go to foxnewspodcasts.com to download and subscribe now. America is listening to Fox News.
Murphy's Builder Supply is where you need to go for all your home improvement projects and hardware needs. They've been serving folks in this area since 1946. Murphy's offers some products and services that you may not know about. They now sell ammunition, both bullets and shells. Murphy's also sells personalized tags for dog collars. They build customized screens for windows and doors. Murphy's can rekey locks, and of course they can make keys. They cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly doorbuster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
For the best car wash at the best price, then go to the new Nips Car Wash, located at 459 Highway 301 South, down from McDonald's in Jessup. Nips Car Wash features state-of-the-art IQ automatic car wash system. Every car or truck that enters the automatic IQ wash system is scanned to capture its unique vehicle profile to give you a great car wash every time. Nips Car Wash also features 2 self-service bays where you can choose from a variety of accessories such as foam brush, tire brush, bug off, wax, clear coat, and spot-free rinse with powerful blowers located in each bay to top off your car wash experience at an affordable price. For the best quality car wash around, go to the new Nips Car Wash, located down from McDonald's on the left on Highway 301 South in Jessup. That's Nips Car Wash with a state-of-the-art IQ automatic wash system on Highway 301 South down from McDonald's in Jessup.
At 8:03, time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show on WIFO, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply and Nips Car Wash. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Jonathan. We've got a very special program, some special guests in the studios with us today. We've got Rob McCall from Wayne County, now the district engineer at District 5 of the DOT, and we got Jill Nagel, the communications officer at DOT. So, Rob, appreciate you coming in. Like
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I said, I got to get Rob in to let people know we got a Wayne County man that high up in the DOT down there at the local DOT office.
This is a first for me. I hadn't ever done the Butch and Bob Show before, so I hear all my friends and Jay and all the Mike Deal and all them on here, so I figured I'd come give it a shot.
Well, we're glad to have you. Like I said, first of all, let's just talk about the new building. You know, people drive by, it's a gorgeous facility. How long has that building been, and how did that come about?
Of course, you know, our old building's been there since the 50s, and we actually got the money appropriated years ago, and I think it was about $5 or $6 million. And we've actually been in it for probably a year this past January. I mean, it's real nice. I mean, the other building had a lot of issues with, you know, just being old. Right. I mean, it's a great facility.
How many officers, how many people working at that building on a daily basis?
We probably about maybe 90 So we have total about 400 people in the district with several offices, but probably about 90 work out of there.
We mentioned District 5. How big is District 5? What all counties are included?
We have 26 counties in the southeast. We kind of swing over to Waycross, come up around Vidalia, Statesboro, up Sylvania. Of course, we got all Savannah, Brunswick, Camden County, all of those.
So you have to travel all those districts?
Yes, sir. I mean, we have a lot of good staff. I mean, but we have area offices in 5 of those, like in Statesboro, Savannah, Appleton counties, Baxley, Waycross, and Brunswick.
All right. I asked you a while ago, how'd you get involved with DOT? Tell us a little about, so we know you, but for those listening, tell us a little bit about Rob McCall, where you grew up here.
I graduated high school here probably back in 1987. Graduated from Georgia Southern in 92. But when I was actually, my last year of school, I actually co-op with DOT. And I worked with them like every other quarter back then. I know it's semesters. And they hired me when I came out. So I've been with them a good while, probably over 28 years. I've been in various offices, so, and I was promoted to district engineer this past June.
So almost a little less than a year.
It's coming up on a year, yes.
Right. So, like I said, people hear about DOT, they hear about right-of-ways, things like that. I just thought it would be good to get you in here to explain the process, Of course, I told you the only hard question I got you, we talk about the traffic light,
right.
The proposed traffic light on Joey Williamson Road, the students at the high school petition. We've had our state representatives on here asking about what's going on, but explain the process. You know it better than anybody. Why not a traffic light on Joey Williamson Road at this point?
Okay, I mean, and I know the intersection well. I mean, I actually live out towards Odom. I come through it twice a day. The issue with that location is basically it's treated the same as every intersection across the entire state. I mean, there's federal guidelines, which are what we call warrants that are based upon. And it's ranked against those. I mean, the same criteria. There's no favoritism. It's just that's the way it is. And what we do is we get the traffic counts, we'll review the accidents, and we'll compare it against those warrants. And if it doesn't meet at least one, it doesn't happen. But if it did meet one, then it goes through another process. It has to have like 3 signatures. The district will sign off saying, yes, it meets this criteria. Then the state traffic engineer, then the chief engineer will actually sign it. So basically her signature, she's the chief engineer for the state of Georgia, so that ensures everything across the state is equal and the same. So it's all about the numbers. It's kind of like the high school with the classification type thing, the numbers. That's what it amounts to.
And somebody asked, well, how about just a temporary flashing light? But
I've heard that. I think I've heard Butch talking about one we installed over there in
Pembroke.
No. It was
Glenville. I can't remember.
It was over going to Brunswick.
Sterling.
Yes,
right.
That was installed and it was put in a flash mode at that time. And at that time, probably 2010 or 12, it was installed. But since that time, there was like a study that was done, a statewide study that showed like a yellow flash was causing accidents. Across the state, people didn't know how to react to them. There was like a statewide study. So in 2017, across the state, anytime that a traffic signal is flashing, a traffic signal on the main line, it's going to be flashing red. You know what I'm saying? If the power's out, it's supposed to be like a 4-way stop. If the power's on, there's a problem with the signal, it's going to be flashing red, so people have to stop. So driver expectation and the way we have our programs set up now won't allow us to do that anymore.
I got you. Again, if you just joined us, District Engineer with the DOT, Rob McCall, and also Joe Nagel, the Communications Officer. I've talked to you earlier, out in the green room, I go to these county commission meetings and people come and they argue, they yell and scream, why isn't my road paved, but it's all about right-of-ways, and if they don't get everybody on the street to sign off on the right-of-way, then the road doesn't get paved. Explain the right-of-way process, what all takes place when the county decides they're going to pave a road. The process is to contact you all and try to get right-of-way. How does it all work?
Well, typically, I can't really speak for the counties, but on a state route, when we're going to pave a road, a new alignment, we'll get an alignment, we'll have public hearings, our right-of-way agents will go out, and if we need right-of-way, we'll make them offers. And, if they have to, if they don't like the offer, we can offer them a little bit more, but if they don't want to do it, it's a condemnation process where actually you put money into court, you'll take the land, then you go back to court later. There's a cost to that. But, I'm not getting into the county's specifically, it's probably they did not want to condemn somebody to take their land. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sure Smallwood County could probably specify why they don't condemn.
Speaking of the county, how often do you work with our government officials? Do you hear from them on a regular basis, or how's that work?
I talk to Mike Deal a good bit. You know, he's always calling. Bill Schumann, he works for both the city and the county. I deal with them. I know Herschel. I'll talk to Ed every once in a while. Yeah, I mean, any times they have any issues, they call us. And I mean, a lot of times they may call like Senator Tillery, Meeks, Bill Werkheiser, and I mean, they have my phone number, so it gets back to us. I mean, I have a good working relationship with all those guys.
Well, like I said, it's getting. I've heard the mayor, I've heard Mike Deal talk about how good it is to have somebody, a local face, in that position, because it's a lot easier. That old saying is not what you know, it's who you know. So
yeah, I mean, and it's good. And we try to build relationships with all the local governments. I mean, all over the district. I mean, if they don't know me specifically, they'll know our area engineer, and just know who to call. And I mean, and like I said, we have good working relationships with all our representatives here. So,
also in the studios with us, Jill Nagel, again, the communications officer. Jill, tell us your role and what you do with the DOT.
Well, I deal with media relations and working with the public. Making sure we get our message out there. One of the main messages we're trying to get to the public and to motorists is about our Drive Alert, Arrive Alive. Now, it's to educate motorists on the very simple things you can change in your driver behavior that will decrease fatalities on Georgia roadways. It'll make it safer, and it'll decrease our crashes. One thing is buckle up. Always wear your seatbelt. It's a law, but data is showing us that a lot of people are not wearing their seatbelts. Even though we're a hands-free state now, people are still have their mobile devices in their hand, and that's distraction. So we're just asking everyone to take personal responsibility and put your mobile device down. Buckle up. Pay attention while you're driving, and we just want to decrease our fatalities on Georgia roadways. In 2018, we had 1,514 fatalities. Now, if you look at that number, and the reason I say it out completely is because that's a loved one. Every one of those numbers is a loved one that won't be going home. So we just want everyone to take personal responsibility when you're behind the wheel to please pay attention.
I can't remember this past year. Did the numbers come down, or did it still go up?
No,
I know it still went up again.
They still went up.
I know they've been battling that for several years. The trend was it came down, but like I said, ever since the texting and driving came, it's gone up every year.
After a decade of steady decline in fatalities, we saw a severe spike in 2015. And that's when we introduced Drive Alert, Arrive Alive. And we are in partnership with this safety campaign with the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. So we are all trying to get the word out there for people to, and everyone think, well, I can do this. I can text, just one quick text, but that one quick text can cost lives.
The most imposing commercial I've seen is where they show when somebody looks down for 5 seconds, how far they go in 5 seconds. I mean, it's amazing. And then they crash, and I mean, it kind of leaves an impact when they see that commercial. So, also in the legislature this year, they're talking about, I didn't realize this. I was talking to Bill Werkheiser and Blake Tillery and Stephen Meeks, that I didn't realize that if you're 17 or over, you don't have to wear a seatbelt if you're in the back seat. But they're trying to get that imposed this year, that you have to wear. Everybody has to wear a seatbelt. I didn't realize that.
That'd be good.
I thought it was already a law that everybody had to wear a seatbelt when they say buckle up. But apparently, if you're 17 and over in the back seat, you're not required to wear a seatbelt, which was news to me.
What was it on GNN that I heard a week ago that didn't you have a contest for new signs as opposed to the click it or ticket? Was that DOT that?
Might have been the Governor's Office of Highway Safety,
okay.
I think. So
they had some new slogans that they're going to put on signs.
What's the new slogans?
I don't know. They had a contest, and there were 4 or 5 that won and are going to rotate, but I haven't seen those signs yet. So to replace click it or ticket or to be an addition to it,
just kind of key to memory.
Yeah,
help them out.
Every now and then you see these signs on the side of the road with the speed limit. They got say what the speed limit is, and they flash if you're going too fast. your office do that, or is that with the
police department? What that is, that like a lot of these local governments, they'll request that, and we'll allow a permit. We don't maintain it, but I mean we do allow it. I mean they have them like in Richmond Hill and maybe some school zones. They have them on those.
Again, if you're just joining us, we got in the studios with us the District 5 Engineer at DOT, Rob McCall, and Jill Nagel, Communications Officer. What should people know? What else does the DOT do? What all functions does the DOT serve?
We touch a lot of people. I mean, of course, our road construction, resurfacing. I mean, we make a lot of people mad, but at the same time, we're making it better. And I can talk about some resurfacing we got coming to Wayne County here shortly. But I mean, anything as far as if a development comes in and they need a driveway cut, if somebody we cut all the grass. I mean, if you work with the cities on. We help them clip the shoulders here in town. I mean, make it look better, that kind of stuff. But anything, traffic signals, speed limits, I mean, signing, marking. I mean, if it's on the state right of way, we have a part in it.
We get that press release all the time to be cautious going through work zones because that's kind of dangerous.
That's correct.
Have they had many fatalities with work zones in your experience, or what are the numbers on those?
Specific numbers, I'm not sure, but there was a fatality here recently in Camden that actually involved one of our contractors. I mean, it was a bad situation. I mean, everything was correct, and he just was in a bad spot. So,
dangerous job.
It is.
As I said, we get that press release. I also want to talk about the holidays. We get that all the time. The DOT sends us that press release where they're going to shut down. They won't do any construction during holidays because they don't want to impede travel. Right. So tell us about that. What's the purpose
if you want to make some people mad, make the governor's office phone ring. I mean, you have a lane closure out there on I-95 or something like that during the holidays. So it's good practice to
shut it
down and not infuriate people more than you had to.
And I'm curious, what was the situation with Arby's over there on First Street? That was where you have to come in from Tai or from the other street that didn't meet some requirements apparently for a turn lane, or?
Well, it was kind of an existing roadway, and we worked with the city on that. And I mean, and their access is coming off of. We try to work what they had the existing street to give them some access, and and we made them cut the trees, to improve the sight distance, that stuff. But my understanding it's working out well.
Right, yeah, it is. That place is.
I hadn't had a chance to get there yet.
It's always busy.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I know one thing. Driving by there, the drive-through is backed up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let me talk a little about the resurfacing we got coming. State Route 38, like out on the outside of Scriven, we're probably going to let that part of this August.
Is that 84?
Yes, 84.
Yeah, I wouldn't know a state route if it hit me.
And then after July next fiscal year, we got plans to resurface 341 from like the Odom city limits all the way to the Glenn County line. So that's all the way through. So that's going to be, it's a good thing, but we'll be getting press releases about lane closures and all that kind
When's
of
that
stuff.
FY for?
FY21.
21.
So I mean, that's the fiscal year, and then they'll just have to work the months.
Because that's over 20 years old, isn't it? That
right.
4-laning, yeah.
A lot's been. I mean, Jessup's fortunate. We've got a lot of 4-lane, 5-lane roadways coming in here. 301 from like the overpass out here going towards Rayonier to the river. That's going to be done next fiscal year, and also 38 from this side of Scriven into 203 is going to be done probably in FY 2020. So it's another year, but there's a lot of work kind of resurfacing because, like you said, I mean they were all paid kind of at the same time. And now it's time to resurface them again.
I'm curious. You mentioned all the counties. How do you balance? Which counties get what? Because I'm sure you get your phone. Why don't we get this? And so how do they determine which roads get paid when, things like that?
Okay, a lot of resurfacing is done, and now it used to be where every year we'd have people would go out and they'd actually get out every 10th of a mile and count the cracks and that kind of stuff. And now they actually have a vehicle that actually travels down the outside lane and takes pictures of the roadway or lasers or something like that and rides every road, every state route, and throws them in his computer, and it just prints out this formula or this rating number, and then you say, okay, it's below here to here, this road needs to be resurfaced. So, I mean, technology has come a long way.
Yeah, wow.
So, I mean, it saves a lot of time.
That's just amazing.
But again, it's a needs base, and it's not where you're from or that kind of stuff.
Right. Tom, I'm sure anybody texting any questions or anything? Or
somebody texted in that we're talking about texting and driving. Somebody commented that law enforcement officials are not exempt from the hands-free rule. Apparently, I don't know. People texting all sorts of stuff, but I still see lots of people that are holding the phone in front of them, thinking that they are. They're, since it's not up there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see it all the time. You travel, you even see it on the interstate. It's just amazing. You see somebody weaving, that's what they're doing there. It's just amazing how many people still don't understand that the law is you can't be texting.
Is there any chance of anything in the works to maybe put a sign like on the interstate that says Georgia is a hands-free state?
One thing I saw, the legislative session is also trying to increase the fines. Apparently, the fines it's kind of like a slap on the wrist. So that's something I saw being proposed this year in the legislature, that the fines will increase if you get caught. Right. So they're trying to make it a more expensive fine. So if you hit people in the pocketbook, that kind of gets the message across too. So.
And we do have message boards on the interstate that says Georgia is a hand-free state. Also at our state lines, it's talking about hands-free. You cannot touch your phone.
Okay, so there are.
Yes.
Okay, that was my question there.
And there are plans to put additional signs up on 995, so that'll help us with that, evacuations and getting the message out.
Okay, and then we have a question here. Ask Rob about the DOT employees' impact to Wayne County with it being a district headquarters. I guess there's that jobs and tax revenue and everything else, I guess.
As far as the impact, we have special units, they're out there off of State Route 69, a bridge and asphalt. We probably employ 100 folks out there. And, of course, we have the district office here. As far as the impact, we hire a lot of people drive in, but the majority of people work here.
Right. And people tuning in and out here. Now, the Joey Williamson came back up again with the light, and you've explained that. It just does not meet the
it's what it is a federal guideline I guess the idea is if you get on the road in Georgia and you drive all the way to California, your expectation for the road should be the same. The sign should be the same. The signal should be the same. The roadway marking should be the same. I even they can't see the book, but I'll show it to you, Bob, but you'll see what kind of.
Oh, wow. That's like an older big city telephone book thing.
And it's not to say there's not flexibility in it, but it's about driver expectation. And the truth is every city, you got Hinesville, they have the same situation. You got Ludowici, they have the same situation. They have schools that are located on state routes, and the officers get out there, and ours do a great job. Right. But even downtown Savannah, it's part of the process. I guess if you got in a place of putting a traffic signal at every location, somebody wanted one that wasn't based on some kind of formula or background. It could be tired.
I understand that.
Or difficult.
Well, again, I just appreciate you coming in. Hopefully this won't be your last appearance on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. But like I said, I just wanted people in Wayne County to know that we have a local person in that position of being a district engineer here in Wayne County. Like I said, the building, when you drive by, just looks like I need to come take a tour because it really looks nice. But it's a nice addition to Wayne County too. It really spruced up that part of the city. So.
Yeah. Now, I have a question. When we get a hurricane or tropical storm that comes through, who makes the decision when, like out there at McDonald's, where that gets cut off and rerouted? Is that from who start? Is that or local emergency management or?
DOT it kind of runs through GEMA. If it starts evacuating, and they got the cameras at the intersections and that kind of stuff, and if traffic starts picking up, then we'll call Mike Deal, and we'll tell them we're going to make the turn, and last year, the city got out there and helped us. We provided, it's a partnership, but it comes all the way down from the governor's office and that kind of stuff. If we're going to do a mass evacuation like we did I-16 in the coastal counties, that comes through them.
Okay, because like I say, I know that Glenn County, they were already moving out way before anybody in Wayne County even thought about it, and I'm just curious as to what the process was.
Well, there are like calls. They all get on the calls with GEMA and emergency managers, and they make decisions on what our status is.
You mentioned the partnership. I tell people all the time, Wayne County is blessed to have people like Bill Schumann and Mr. Aston Wall. Those people are so knowledgeable. Like I said, Bill works for both the city and the county, but
when he calls me, I say, "Who are you working for today?"
But he is so knowledgeable and so he's a very valuable asset to Wayne County.
Yes, he
does
is.
a great job. So
he's good to work with, that's for sure.
He's a good man. So, but again, Rob, I appreciate you coming in. Again, congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you.
So it's good to know that we have that local person here in Wayne County that people can call and get the information. So, and Jill, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate all the press releases that you continue to send out. So, like I said, it's all about getting the message out there as well, especially like Jonathan said, hurricane, roads being shut down, the holiday season, things like that.
It's a lot easier than know in advance.
That's right. Get that message out. But again, congrats, and I appreciate you coming in. Like I said, hopefully you'll be back.
I will.
I do appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, sir.
I told you it wouldn't be any hard questions.
No, it's not that bad.
Did I keep my word?
You did.
There you go. We'll be back with more of the Butch and Bob Show after this.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
For the best car wash at the best price, then go to the new Nips Car Wash, located at 459 Highway 301 South, down from McDonald's in Jessup. Nips Car Wash features state-of-the-art IQ automatic car wash system. Every car or truck that enters the automatic IQ wash system is scanned to capture its unique vehicle profile to give you a great car wash every time. Nips Car Wash also features 2 self-service bays where you can choose from a variety of accessories such as foam brush, tire brush, bug off, wax, clear coat, and spot-free rinse with powerful blowers located in each bay to top off your car wash experience at an affordable price. For the best quality car wash around, go to the new Nips Car Wash located down from McDonald's on the left on Highway 301 South in Jessup. That's Nips Car Wash with a state-of-the-art IQ automatic wash system on Highway 301 South down from McDonald's in Jessup.
And then along came Walker Jones.
Looking to start something new in 2020? Walker Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a deal for you. Announcing the Start Something New sales event with savings up to $12,000. $12,000 on all new 2019 Ram 1500s. What's that? You say you're into Jeep. How about up to $5,000 in savings on the 2020 Jeep Cherokee, Compass, or Renegade? And of course, we'll take care of you like good friends and neighbors should. That's the Walker Jones way of doing business.
Hey, this is Tommy Wagner. Come on down and see us at Walker Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, home of the lifetime warranty. I said lifetime.
Let the Start Something New sales event start something new for you at Walker Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at ChryslerJeepDodge.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Ends 131/20.
Get the best deal from Walker Jones.
All right, 8:28 here at the Big Dog WIFO as we wind down the world-famous Butch and Bob Show on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, I just want to run down a busy Saturday. A lot of events taking place Saturday. Just want to highlight some of the events. They've got that benefit barrel race for Mr. Robert Todd this Saturday. It's going to take place, though, at Heavenly Acres.
Yes,
again, they changed the site.
If you've seen the flyer,
right,
it has been moved to Heavenly Acres.
But again, a lot of gifts, a lot of raffles, a lot of auctions. Again, Boston Butts sale, $25, cooked by Dwight Drury. They can pre-order those Boston Butts. Again, call Dwight Drury at 912-221-1280. That exhibition gets underway at 10:30 to 12:30, and the run is at 1 o'clock. So, again, the benefit barrel race this Saturday for Robert Todd, taking place at Heavenly Acres. Also, Saturday in Odom, they've got the annual father-daughter dance, which is always a popular event. It's called Boots and Bling, a country girl thing. And tickets are available at Odom City Hall.
I think the deadline was yesterday, so they're at the door now, right?
Right,
25
and
$5 for additional
$5 additional dollars. But again, you can get your tickets at the Odom City Hall, and again, the event takes place at the Odom City Gym Saturday night. Also Saturday, a couple of sporting events. Again, Wayne County Home Run Club has Fun Day. They'll have the third game. Second game's today at 5:30 at Howard Bell Warren Field, but the third and fifth game is on Saturday. Also, the middle school's played at 11 o'clock. Always kicks off a Fun Day at Howard Bell Warren Field. So, invite anybody out to that. Also, wrestling fans, again, Wayne County wrestling program's only in the second year under Coach Poinsett, and they're really having an impact. And they are able to host the region tournament this Saturday. So, Wayne, Ware, South Effingham, Statesboro, and New Hampstead will all be in the gym at 9:45. It's going to start at 9:45
at the high school.
At the high school gymnasium. Runs till about 3 p.m. So if you haven't seen a wrestling match this year, if you want to see some great competition, come cheer on the Wayne County Wrestlers. That's this Saturday morning, beginning at 9:45 at the Benny Ratliff Arena.
Don't they have more than one match going on at the same time?
I'm sure they will, being that big of, like I said. But the 4 place winners in each weight class advance to the sectionals the following week in Alexander High School in Douglasville, Georgia.
And Coach points at they've got like 23. Said some really big number of weight classes.
I mean, he's got weight class. He's got female wrestlers now. I mean, middle school wrestlers. The program's really taken off under the direction of Coach Poinsett, who does a great job. But again, if you haven't been to a wrestling match this year, this will be a great event on Saturday. It'll be action packed and very intense as they'll be qualifying to go to the next round. So Wayne County's got several good wrestlers that can really put on a show. It's a fun sport to watch if you've never seen a wrestling match. But this is your opportunity this Saturday at the high school gymnasium. After that, they're going to have to clear out because they got basketball games that night. Yeah. Wayne County hosts Appleton County Saturday in the final regular season basketball games. The tournaments get underway next week in Statesboro. And as soon as we get the time and dates for our girls and boys basketball teams, we'll have that information for you here next week here on Local Sports. I think it kicks off on Wednesday, but the girls will have a bye. The boys may be playing Wednesday, may not. It all depends on how they seeded in the region tournament.
Now, didn't you get recruited for wrestling?
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah, you've told me that before.
My track coach was also the wrestling coach. And like I said, I only weighed hard to believe now. Like I said, I tell people all the time, I've been here 30 years, put on 100 pounds because I was like 190,
Oh, you weighed more than I did in high school. I was like 135, and I put on 200.
So they wanted me to wrestle, and I told them, no, not doing it. He said, why not? I said, I don't want to get beat by a freshman. So, and have that ridicule. They didn't recruit me. But it's a fun sport to watch.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
At Stone Mountain High School, when I first moved from up in Pittsburgh, that's the first time I saw wrestling. But they used to, in the afternoon, they would have assemblies, and the whole student body would pack into the gymnasium, and we would cheer on our wrestlers for that afternoon. Wow. So instead of having class, so some fun events.
Any meetings tonight or anything?
The Pine Forest Country Club Men's Golf Association meets tonight. Steak dinner, so all members are encouraged. I love steak dinner, so I'll be there. Bubba Walker, the golf coach, will highlight the upcoming golf season.
And then 5:30 at the That was a blast on Tuesday. The crowd was great.
And the concession stand's open, so again, come hungry.
It's absolutely free to show up. The concession stand is open. Great sausage dogs.
So the weather's pretty good today for another scrimmage because Tuesdays was really nice.
Yeah, I think you're kind of cloudy, maybe a chance of showers. I think the showers move in tomorrow.
Hard to believe baseball season is here. And all the spring sports are underway. The soccer teams are underway. Golf's underway soon. Track. So the spring sports are kicking in.
All right.
And again, taking spring sports, again, the baseball, softball registration continues at the rec department. If you need more information, call the rec department 427-5915.
And I believe the Odoms goes on through the 2nd of February as well for baseball and softball. Anything else we need to cover this morning?
I think that does it. Again, thanks to Rob McCall and Jill Nagel for coming in from the DOT. Again, appreciate them being here today on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show.
Bob, have a great day. See you later. World Famous Butch and Bob Show on WIFO, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply and Nips Car Wash. At 8:33, let's get an update from Fox News Radio in just a minute.
It's 2020, and all 2019 Nissans must go.